Okay, the first thing we're being asked to do here is find the equation of the straight line that they've drawn for you. It goes through the point 0, 1 and it goes through the point 1, 3. To work out the equation of the straight line, we need to know two things. Remember, the general equation of a straight line is y equals mx plus c, where m is the gradient of the line and c is the intercept with the y-axis. In other words, where the straight line crosses the y-axis. If I just fill in here, the line goes from here to here. Let's just draw the line in. Obviously, it continues. I can make it as long as I like, all the way up to there. Okay, so there's my line. Okay, first of all, I can see directly where the line cuts the y-axis is at 1. In other words, the equation of the line is going to be y equals mx plus 1. The intercept, in other words, is just 1. Now, the gradient of my line is found always by, if there's a straight line, drawing a right-angled triangle underneath the line and working out the vertical and dividing that by the horizontal. Okay, what we can see here, if we just look at this part of the line here, and if I just draw in that part and that part, there's my right-angled triangle. Okay, I can see that the vertical of the right-angled triangle is 2, the horizontal is 1, the gradient then of that straight line is 2 divided by 1, which is just 2. So in other words, the equation of this straight line is y equals 2x plus 1. Okay, let's go on. Right, what they now need is the equation of a line. So this is nothing to do with the first part, actually. The equation of a line which is parallel to another line. So we want a line which is parallel to this line here. And what you've got to realize about parallel lines is that they have the same gradient. So another line which is parallel, remember, so the equation of any straight line is y equals mx plus c. If you've got a line which is parallel to that one, then m, the gradient, will also be minus 2. Okay, now they don't tell us anything else about the line. In other words, there are many, many lines which are parallel to this one. I can choose whatever I like here. Okay, any number I like, as ridiculous as I want. So I'm going to write something like y equals minus 2x plus 403, because that line there will be parallel to y equals minus 2x plus 5. Okay, going on to part C, looks as though it might be quite a complicated question, this one, because they've given me two equations, and normally to find out where two straight lines meet, I would have to solve those equations simultaneously, but it's only worth 1 mark, so maybe there's an easier way of doing it. And what I realize here is there's a similarity between these two lines. Both of them have an intercept of minus 4. So in other words, if we think of the diagram here, if I was going to draw that first line, it's got a positive gradient, intercept minus 4, so it cuts down here at minus 4 and goes up like that. So that's the first line, and that's minus 4 on the y-axis. This line here has a negative gradient, but its intercept is also minus 4. So it's a line that comes down like this. That's meant to be straight. Okay, so where do the two lines intersect? Well, in fact, they intersect at this point here, which is 0, minus 4. So the point of intersection is just 0, minus 4. I've saved myself a lot of time there by just thinking about that carefully and not having to bother solving this.